Hello there. Let's take a look at the weather across Europe, and we've got some real contrast in weather conditions over the next few days. High pressure keeping things mostly dry for central parts of the continent, some fine weather for the likes of France, right down towards Greece and Turkey too, where recent low pressure has brought some heavy snow and strong winds. That's clearing away, so lots of dry weather here. But further northwest, a strong jet stream is driving some really wet and windy weather into northern and western parts of the UK on Saturday and across Scandinavia too, so some heavy snowfall for parts of Norway. Still very mild for southern Scandinavia, with a lack of snow and nighttime frosts as we would expect this time of year. Further south, a lot of dry weather across Italy, Croatia and Greece too. A real improvement in the weather across eastern parts of the Mediterranean, at least for a time through the weekend. But we will see further low pressure bringing more wet and windy weather to the eastern Mediterranean through the course of next week. But for the here and now, Sunday, this weather front moves a bit further south, bringing a bit of rain to the far north of France, in towards Denmark and Sweden as well. To the south of that, largely dry and settled right across the Alps towards the Balkans as well. Here's the outlook for the next 5 days or so, and it's unsettled for London. So often quite mild and windy with outbreaks of rain at times. Not much of that rain reaching Paris though, and it should be sunny for both Madrid and for Rome. Meanwhile, it's turning milder in Berlin, more rain in Athens from midweek onwards. Bye-bye. Hello. There's some big contrast in temperature across North America at the moment. Things are looking very mild for many eastern states towards the southeast of Canada too. The air coming in here from the Gulf of Mexico. Much cooler air heading in from the northwest, and where those two air masses meet, we've got a very active frontal system here. On Friday, that'll be producing outbreaks of heavy rain with some squally, gusty winds, chance of tornadoes, for instance, through parts of northern Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas too. Further north, it is colder than it has been with clearer conditions, but still unsettled for the Pacific Northwest of the United States and for parts of Western Canada too. So some heavy snow over the mountains, rain at low levels here, snowfall really mounting up and the avalanche risk increasing close to Vancouver. Further south though, down towards California, should stay dry through the day with lots of sunshine around on Friday. But the outlook is still unsettled for Vancouver and for Seattle. More rain and mountain snow in the forecast. Things are turning a little bit cooler too. Should be dry for San Francisco and for Los Angeles. Meanwhile, a mild, fairly cloudy day in New York on Friday. We have got those showers heading towards the Great Lakes. There'll be some really heavy snowfall for the likes of Oklahoma towards the Great Lakes as we head on into the weekend. But mild and dry for much of Georgia down towards Florida before that heavy rain starts to move in towards the east. New York up to around 67 Fahrenheit. That's 19 Celsius on Sunday. Bye-bye. Hello there. Recent heavy rain across Peru has led to some flooding issues. There's still a few showers around, but it is drying up across Peru over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, we have got some wet weather elsewhere across South America. You can see on the satellite image where the cloud has already been. More downpours likely across the far south of Brazil, into parts of northern Argentina, Paraguay and northern Uruguay as well. This zone could produce some flooding impacts. Further north across the continent, mostly dry for northern parts of Colombia and Venezuela, but further south, some heavy downpours into central parts of Brazil. A little bit dry around the east coast, but further south, some showers and thunderstorms likely for the likes of Rio de Janeiro. Further south, Buenos Aires looking mostly dry and pretty warm with temperatures above average here. Similar story across to Santiago as well. Down towards Patagonia, it's still unsettled, wet and windy at times. A couple of drier days likely in Rio de Janeiro through the course of the weekend, but further showers return through next week and it'll be cooling down a touch in Buenos Aires. Meanwhile, across much of Mexico, temperatures on the warm side for the time of year. Plenty of sunshine, one or two showers across the Yucatan Peninsula and down towards Guatemala and Nicaragua and Honduras as well. A lot of dry weather across the Caribbean, just one or two isolated showers. And we could see a few of those showers affecting Havana through the day on Monday. Kingston and San Salvador look dry. A little bit of drizzle possible in San Jose on Sunday. Bye-bye. Hello, we've seen some pretty stormy weather across central parts of the Middle East, particularly across Iran towards Saudi Arabia as well. The weather quietening down for a time. We'll look at the Middle East in more detail in just a moment. But first off, across Africa, here's the satellite image. It shows we've had some shower clouds across eastern South Africa and further north across East Africa too. Further heavy showers to come here, particularly for northern parts of Madagascar, across Mozambique as well. For North Africa, quite a cool northerly breeze blowing in with low pressure in the Mediterranean, so temperatures below average much for the likes of Egypt, Sudan as well, and we could see some dusty conditions around the Sahel region. Here's the outlook, and in Cape Town it is a dry one with temperatures on the rise over the next 5 days or so, but for Johannesburg, further heavy showers at times in the forecast. Cairo will turn a little bit warmer than it has been after a fairly cool spell of weather. 1 or 2 showers at times for Lusaka, and also later in the week for Kinshasa as well. Now, it is quieter for the likes of Israel after the recent flooding, Syria too, and across much of Iraq. But we have still got low pressure sitting across the Gulf, so that's going to bring a few showers, particularly heavy downpours across parts of Iran towards Oman as well. So snow on the higher ground of Iran, could see some thunderstorms and rain showers down at low levels as well. But elsewhere, things are looking mostly dry. Cooling we'd expect for Saudi Arabia. Few showers, though, in Dubai during the weekend. Bye for now. Hello, we've got some pretty stormy, unsettled weather across central parts of Asia over the next few days, with low pressure moving from the Middle East towards the likes of Pakistan and northern India too. Meanwhile, much of India has been dry and clear, as you can see from the satellite image. Still quite cold across the north, and we've got some fog patches in the forecast for many northern parts of India over the next few days. Meanwhile, down the east coast, you've got the breeze coming in from a northeasterly direction from the Bay of Bengal, so 1 or 2 showers across the likes of Andhra Pradesh and down towards Sri Lanka as well. Heading our way further northwestwards, it is cold and clear for much of Kazakhstan, but here's the stormy weather, the low pressure bringing heavy rain and mountain snow across southern parts of Turkmenistan, across Afghanistan and into the mountains of Pakistan as well. Further south, mostly dry in Karachi, 24 degrees. Lots of dry, sunny weather right down the west coast of India on Saturday, and it should be mostly dry and clear too towards Mali. 1 or 2 rogue showers across Sri Lanka, a few perhaps for Tamil Nadu up towards Andhra Pradesh, but to the north of that it is dry, some fog patches for the likes of New Delhi for instance, dry and clear for West Bengal and Bangladesh. Here's the outlook in Mumbai. Things are getting a little bit cooler over the next 5 days or so, with the introduction of a bit more cloud. Few showers at times in Islamabad as well. Tashkent pretty cold with some snow flurries at times. Fog patches in New Delhi. Bye-bye. Hello there. Bushfires continue to burn across parts of southern and eastern Australia, but we have seen a southerly change. Some cooler conditions now creeping in across much of Victoria, South Australia towards New South Wales. Still quite hot further north though for Queensland towards the Northern Territory. We've got the remnants of Cyclone Blake bringing some heavy downpours to inland parts of Western Australia, and a developing tropical low bringing some heavy rain to parts of the Northern Territory and Northern Western Australia. Cooler conditions for Victoria, New South Wales too, and this weather front pushing across the South Island of New Zealand, bringing some heavy rain, particularly to the South Island, that rain fizzling out as it moves further north. Here's the outlook over the next 5 days or so, and we are expecting more showers in Canberra and Sydney towards the end of the week. Temperatures rising, but not as hot as it has been. On the satellite image, there's that developing tropical low. It's already brought lots of heavy rainfall just the west of Darwin, for instance. Further north, though, it's looking mostly dry and settled across much of northern China, the Korean Peninsula, and for Japan, a few wintry showers, particularly for parts of Hokkaido and northern Honshu. There's a weather front mainly to the south of Shanghai, bringing some outbreaks of rain across southern and eastern China. Further south, largely dry for the bulk of Vietnam, Laos and Thailand as well, but heavy showers for Indonesia, where we've seen recent flooding, particularly heavy for Jakarta and Sumatra as well. Looking largely dry in Beijing, lots of sunshine too for Bangkok. Bye-bye.